they don't have the choice of only ISRO, which so far we used to have. And of course, still joining ISRO is always a matter of pride for any child in the country. But even then, now the avenues are open. They don't have to go or seek the avenues outside the country. And this is very important part now in this particular, these years which we have seen. I would also like to say some of the in-space initiatives also in this regard. Of course, in-space, you know, as an enabler, it acts as a bridge now between academia. Now I'm talking about only the students vis-a-vis the industry. And we act as a bridge between the academia and the industry. And recently we have started connecting the academia to the industry for the internship program. And in the last year, rather the January 2026, in fact, 500 students were provided internship to the different industry, 75 number of industry who have come forward. So we always take the expression of interest where the industry come to in space, whomsoever they want to run the internship program. And afterwards, we again put another announcement of opportunity to academia, and then academia also reaches out to us, and afterwards we connect the industry and the academia, and then they go and then they take the entrepreneurship. This year also about more than 50 industries have already come forward to take the entrepreneurship, the internship from the students. It's ongoing. The last date is not closed. Second thing is, we have also started the immersion program, taking advantage of our own technical center. InSpace has its own technical center, and we are now providing 1 week of immersion program to the students and the academia, and we give them the hands-on experience on all the systems which technical center has, entire assembly, integration and testing, the simulation, design, all tools and the test equipment, the student. It's very popular. So far already we have conducted 5 immersion programs. And once we go for that Technical Center 2.0, certainly we are going to upgrade this particular feature. So that way, I would summarize that the students have a lot of opportunities in India. Some of the challenges for industry is again the skill development and the freshers who are coming, whether they are coming with the appropriate theoretical knowledge of the space segment or the space sector. And towards that also, we have again taken initiative. We have been collaborating with many institutes to run and initiate the space technology courses. And a lot of IITs and NITs have come forward. Already the courses have started. Last 2 years, this was our efforts. And many more and more the institutes are coming forward. We are also started to doing the Antariksha Prayogshala, one of the schemes we have done, wherein again the InSpace would set up the Antariksha Prayogshala in all the regions across the country. And then we will enable that those laboratories can be used by the students, not only of that particular institute, other neighboring institute, as well as the industry. So that way, we will be creating the lot of awareness and the good theoretical knowledge background, which can be ready to go to the industry. So I think with that, hopefully, we'll see in next 2 years' time that we will have a very good momentum, at least in this area also.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for providing this overview about InSpace role and some of how would you tackle the challenge of getting talented workforce. I would move to Dr. Agrawal Sahab. You have been involved in solving some of the real life problems through use of remote sensing data and geoinformatics, especially in the fragile ecosystem of Himalaya or Northeast India region. how do you think and how do we inspire young minds to solve and to take up these as a challenge and take these as a career option to be contributing to solve some of these real life, issues and problems of nation?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mehul. First of all, greetings on National Space Day to all of you. When we are talking about igniting young minds, in fact, the example of landing of the South Pole of the Moon itself is an igniting point. I remember the day when we have landed, soft landed on the South Pole of the Moon. Almost entire India, especially young mind, they were so much ignited. There was so much curiosity was there. So, to ignite the young minds, I have three important points I want to tell. First is, create curiosity for learning. That is very, very important. And ISRO should enable that we should create curiosity for learning. Number two, provide technology for experiment. This is also very important. And ISRO has the capability that we can provide technology to the academia, to the industry, for the experiment for young minds. And third one, which is very, very important, and that is the give meaningful problem to solve them. For example, if you give a young mind a problem, that suppose in your village you are going to have a flood, how space technology can help? He will really ignite. He will say, yes, this is directly helping me. I was in that state level National Space Day program, and I was talking to them when I told, every day you are going to, Pizza Hut or McDonald's and all these places, you know from where this pizza and all these things, generated. It is not from some, shop. It is basically from that, from the agriculture field. So agriculture is very, very important. And how space technology will help to enhance our agriculture production. If we will tell these young minds, they will certainly be inspired that yes, we should work in the space technology. To do so, I propose, ISRO is helping a lot in academia, industry also, as told by Honorable Chairman ISRO, as told by Honorable InSpace Chairman also. So I propose, ISRO should provide academia beyond sharing a knowledge only. So what we have to do? We have to look into it. So it is not only to provide the curriculum, we have to provide the satellite data, we have to provide the well-equipped laboratories, we have to provide the mentorship for the teachers also. And of course, we have to give them the real-time, real-world problem so that a total space ecosystem will be created in the academia. Hence, it will help our young minds as well. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Agarwal. Now, at the fag end of this discussion, I would like to throw a slightly typical and difficult question about the Indian space ecosystem. When we talk about US space ecosystem, European space ecosystem, where academia, industry, and space agencies, they have a seamless, by and large, from decades together, they have that collaborations. They have very, smooth exchange of ideas and developmental activities. Many of the times, professors would be principal investigator of some of the space programs also, or space missions also. So what kind of differences we are, some of the takeaways we can have from those successful models? So I would like to throw this open question to panel. So I think, Professor Banerjee.
Yeah, I can take this. So first of all, I think Goenka sir mentioned in the morning that how important it is to connect with the industry early enough. So see, IST has been a unique institution, privileged to get all the students, trained or internships in different ISRO centers. But I think it is also important that the IST students goes to industry. So this is just giving example. So all academic institutions have to work with real-time, problems. Even what is industry's requirement has to be heard. And as you said, the maturity in the industry in terms of the research, it's still not there in our country as you are comparing with the Western world. To reach that stage, I think the collaborations between industry, academia, and government sector is very, very important. In fact, now I see that even in IST, I'm telling you that different departments have similar kind of requirements. Today, we heard from even Minister, he is even aware about the situational awareness. There is another domain I work with, the space weather. So these are common domain which has applications and requirement or users in the government sector, into the private sector as well. So the multidisciplinarity is actually really, really growing. So we need to work with the users. And as he was actually, Agarwal sir just was mentioning about real-time problem if you deal with. So this is again, IST has a unique opportunity because it is experiential learning. It has its own satellite, spacecraft building facility, undergraduate students build it, but all universities or other academic institutions do not have such privileges. So I'm glad again, InSpace is creating that Antariksha, Prayagshala in different, centers across the country. So that's the way forward. So the IITs also have to take up the same kind of a role. And it is happening. IIT Kanpur alumni were actually contacting me just last week. They are ready to invest money to have this. And I was so happy to note the 5 domain which, Goenka sir mentioned in the morning was exactly there in their list. So I think people are aware that what are the domains people have to work. And now as academic institutions also, we have to also engage our training and, programs, which is in line with the industry requirement as well.
Yeah, sir, this brings an important point. As the chairman ISRO sir mentioned in the morning that ISRO has already been there with the industry.
Yes.
More than 450 industries have been contributing through decades. There is a delicate bridge which has to be strengthened from academia side also. I think what we see that there is a lack
Definite
of,
gap.
yeah.
Definite
So
gap.
that is the main, hurdle probably in this particular
True. There is a
area.
bit of a polarization. People are not too comfortable, and
Yeah.
pure academic institutions. Since I came from such an institute, we have worked
They-
in
they
always in
have-
silos.
They have bigger role to play. That's what
Absolutely.
I'm just saying
Absolutely.
from ISRO
So more
side.
MOUs,
Yeah.
more programs need to be, worked out.
Yeah.
Thank you. So it is very important questions. We have to take the best practices among the other developed countries, and we have to work in India. So I thought that entire ecosystem of ISRO, space fraternity, InSpace, industry, and education should be like this. Problem statement has to be defined by ISRO and InSpace. That is number 1. Then for that, R&D has to be done by academia, number 2. Then solution has to be provided by the industry. So this nexus is required in our country so that really all these 3 capabilities of 3 sectors can be utilized for the benefit of the common people. And this is how it is happening in other countries. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Singh.
I would like to put another point of view, slightly different. One is that to have this synergy between the ISRO centers and academic organization is very important. It has to be there. As you talked, it happens in many of the European and American space centers. And one idea is the way we talk about indigenous technology, the way we talk about indigenous instruments, we have to talk about indigenous content. The content of this technology, mostly we get from various sources. So unless we develop our own content, technology cannot propagate. So I would like to tell people that Chairman ISRO has taken initiative to write 100 books to generate content of various nature. And the work is going on, and soon we'll get those kind of content.
Yeah.
Such efforts are more needed to see that we not only have our own satellite or software, we have our own contents also.
Yeah, just for information to this larger audience, there is an initiative by Chairman ISRO book writing campaign, where he has insisted to have at least 100 books in a very lucid way from school students level to the university levels. And Dr. TP Singh SPO office, they have been actually doing that particular activity with across all ISRO centers, and it is actually it has got great response, and we see that documentation over a period of I think 5 to 6 decades, whatever has been learned, those have been put in a very systematic way. Dr. Bharadwaj, would you like to add?
So I would like to put up the point that when you talk about industry, academia, institutions like ISRO and the startups, they're all different pillars of the whole system, ecosystem. Right now, with the country's way of moving forward and capabilities built up within the country, startups are coming up. We are not hearing about startups earlier. ISRO has matured to a level to support the startups. We have academia who is also supporting the research and R&D, which is happening within the ISRO and outside the ISRO system. So it is 2 or 3 major pillars which are now working together to build up the space ecosystem in the country, which is to move forward and multiply it. For multiplication, we need more and more people and more companies and partnership with the startups and the industry partners. So it is essentially that the country is moving forward, and that is what we are seeing now in the country, that we have many startups which has come up, which is going to build up and multiply the numbers which we are seeing earlier. And for that to happen, the country and the government of India has enabled through different ways, for example, setting up the InSpace and ANSYL, as well as the academia support which is coming and the ISRO support, because ultimately it is the knowledge which is being shared across the whole system, which is enabling these startups to come up. So we need more and more startups to come up in the company, utilizing the base which is available with respect to the knowledge gained over the last 4 or 5 decades in the country.
Thank you.
Yeah, so see, as rightly told by Bhardwaj Saab, see, you have the 3 independent right now. We say that verticals. We have academia, we have industry, and now we have the government. How do we enable them? And then anyway, InSpace now has been created precisely for that. We can act always as a coordinating agency and act as a bridge between the academia, industry, and this is what we have been doing also. Just one suggestion, last suggestion, which I want to, because now the Indian state space startups, they are severely short of the experienced manpower. And we know that their experience pool is only at ISRO. And this was sounded by Chairman InSpace also sometimes back, that why can't we think of some sort of a scheme wherein the ISRO experts can go on sabbatical to the industry, work there, train them, and come back.
Very
And that
interesting.
would probably create
Interesting.
good expertise and all that thing. We have all talked about the academia state, but we need also, and we have seen the Sky route, the success was based on the experience again by the ISRO scientist. Thank you.
Very interesting point and proposition. Thank you, Dr. Jain. So, because of paucity of time, we need to now wrap up this session. Before we wrap up, if organizers allow 1 or 2 questions from the audience, or just would like to request that when a child is quite young in India, they have a dream of becoming astrophysicist, doing space research. What happens after 8th and 10th standard, that he or she wants to pursue some of the specific courses, so that JEE, NEET kind of, courses, and they deviate from some of pursuing this fundamental research. That is also point to be actually pondered by ISRO, industry, academia, that what kind of opportunities and great motivation we try to give. When we started putting some of information, because I was part of a Mars orbiter mission, Dr. Bharadwaj, Dr. R.P. Singh was there, and ISRO started putting many of those things on the social media from that point onwards, and it created a great, excitement and that kind of traction from the larger part of society. So those kind, Chandrayaan-3 it had a great euphoria, great attraction. So it is our duty to ignite, inspire the younger minds to take up some of these kind of challenges. If they are there in abundance, ISRO and industry startups, they will not have a, scarcity of this trained manpower. That's what I understand. So if organizers allow, we can have 1 or 2 questions. Otherwise, we can wrap up this session. Yeah.
I can just make one comment. We know about Gen Z now, but the other day I was trying to find out the definition between Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And I discovered that Gen Alpha is a, younger generation who are growing only through digital media and social media. So I think we have to change our approach as well, because my own children are in Gen Z. So we have seen them growing, and we probably had certain traditional approach. And as you said, unless you are doing excellent in your studies, things are so competitive, they can't get through in any of these higher education systems and so on. So I think when, of course, we have to enlarge our reach, outreach has to increase a big way. And as I said, Gen Alpha has to be targeted through a different approach, showcasing how expanding this entire domain is. So there is opportunity in, your academic institution, in the industry, in the government sector, in the application domain. So I think once the students see different opportunities, different options, they feel more confident to come to, further space science domain. So I think this has been the main, worry with a lot of youngsters, that how do we, get into this? So our approach has to change.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor.
I have a
Banerjee.
small point to say. When we see from a child perspective or a society perspective, all these technology jargons look very complex to us. Obviously, space and rockets also are very complex. So we the scientists has to demystify this complexity into a simpler explanation, so that the curiosity so it is our job of our, as all scientists, to see that things are portrayed and open our labs to them, so that the process become full of curiosity and acceptable to them. Thank you.
Yeah, with that particular word, curiosity, athaso brahma jigyasa, I would like to wrap up this session by saying thank you very much to the panelists. I don't want to name because we are actually crossing the time limit. I thank you. Thank you very much for your time, your comments and discussion. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I thank the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sirs. This discussion has brought together valuable perspectives from education, research, and the space sector. May I request Shri Rajiv Jyoti, Director, Technical Directorate in Space, to kindly come upon the stage and felicitate the panelists. A small token, but a big thank you for all the inspiration and the support.
Thank you, sirs.
Please give them a huge round of applause for such an interactive and inspiring panel discussion.
Thank you very much, sir. उपलब्धियों को याद करना, वर्तमान से सीखना और भविष्य के सपनों को जन्म देना, यही नेशनल स्पेस डे की भावना है.
And with that inspiring thought, we come to the lunch break. All the invited guests and participants